I'll tell you a story. A friend of mine who's a businessman, very, very, very top guy. Most of you would have heard of him. A highly neurotic, brilliant businessman, seriously overweight, and he takes the fat shot drug. And he called me up. I'm in London, and I just paid for this damn fat drug I take. I said, it's not working. He said, I just paid $88, and in New York I pay $1,300. What the hell is going on? He said, so I checked, and it's the same box, made in the same plant, by the same company. It's the identical pill. He was stunned, but it was just one of those stories.
I want the interview with the seriously overweight friend, billionaire, rich person who is taking the Ozempic shot and it is not working. I have to hear. I want to know who is President Trump's friend. In the meantime, President Trump is taking on the status quo again. This time he signed an executive order today to cut prescription costs in the U.S. It's a move, he says, will almost immediately slash prices by up to 80%. Just how bad have costs gotten in the United States? Well, according to a 2024 report from HHS, U.S. drug prices are 3 times as high as prices in 33 other comparative countries. Americans pay $2.78 for every dollar that people pay in other countries for drugs, and U.S. brand drug prices are 422% higher than in comparison to other countries. Now, all of this begs the question, how did we get here? Well, drug makers negotiate splits among tens of thousands of health plans. There's no government price controls in the United States, and that's the way we do business in a free market. We've celebrated that fact throughout our history. High revenue when costs soar sends drug prices up, patent gaming as well, and prices are what the market will bear, as long as it is a free and true market. Much like the game with tariffs, you have to ask, is this a free market when it comes to drug prices? Well, how middlemen are used in the drug sales process is a big part of why prices rise, the role of middlemen. Let's think about the process of creating a drug that makes its way to market. First, you have the pharmaceutical manufacturers. They develop and produce the medications. Then it goes to distributors, wholesale distributors. They purchase in bulk and then sell it to pharmacies. But inside there, that relationship now, you have PBMs, pharmacy benefit managers. This is a group that many people have targeted that manage drug benefits. Of course, then you get to the pharmacy level. They interact with both the PBMs and the consumers, and the health insurers pay for everything. But like everything in healthcare, when third parties pay for things, people don't care about prices as much, and they tend to rise. So let's get into this of what President Trump can actually do to help us bring down what is a global phenomenon of having incredibly high drug prices. Joining me now to discuss is the Director of Pharmacy at HHM Health, Dr. Riz Islam. Doctor, thank you for being with me here today.
Of course.
What would you say, first of all, if you looked at the equation I just laid out, you and I were just talking, we do have incredibly, uniquely high drug prices compared to places like Europe. Why?
We do. So Americans are, fronting the research and development costs for these drug makers who, once the drugs are approved, they're being used in all the countries in the world, but we, as Americans tend to take on most of the costs.
Pharmaceutical companies have always told us that. Like, we have high R&D costs, and most of the drugs are made here in America, at least from an intellectual property standpoint. But if we're getting the same drug here that they're getting in Canada, or we're getting the same drug here that they're getting in Europe, like President Trump saying his friend gets the Wegovy's and Ozempics and weight loss drugs, he called it the fat shot, in Europe at a fraction of the cost in America, why are we paying for all the R&D?
Yeah, that is a great question. If all of the countries are benefiting from our R&D, why are American consumers renting the whole cost of that?
It doesn't make any sense, and I think President Trump is asking that question as well. We don't like price controls. We like free markets, but this is one where it doesn't seem like the free market perhaps is completely at play. I just laid out over there the four different middlemen between a manufacturer and a consumer. And it's hard to understand how every step of the way they're playing a valuable role that reflects the necessity to raise prices.
Yes. as with anything, more middlemen means that the price goes higher and higher. So I think what Trump's executive order really will help us with is transparent pricing. So a lot of the pharmacy benefits managers will, gouge pricing and that type of thing. So I think this will be a step in the right direction for Americans.
Okay, and hopefully that's something that you guys can see at HHM or everyone else here at home who's experiencing this. A lot of Americans, this goes as a big part of their budget dealing with this. Dr. Islam, thank you for being with us.
Yes, thank you.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.